Yeah. Oh, I guess it's that time now, huh? Yeah. Hi. Welcome to episode 35, I'm guessing. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, I've been in quite a state since the last episode. You know what? Rather than just me explaining the situations, why don't I just, show you the clips of the things I've done for the past 2 weeks? Yeah? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. So, since the last episode, I have been very busy. And when I mean very, very busy, I'm sure you guys have already seen by now that all of the redstone that I put in here are astronomical, tremendous, massive. So much that even words myself cannot explain just how painful and dreadful it is. Did I say that it was 2 weeks? It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks of effort. Just fixing and adding and fixing and adding more redstone and more redstone and more redstone. Right now, the current state of my progress with this is, am I still going to do more redstone? Well, just a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I would say the redstone is about 95% done, So the thing that's still not done right now is this. This is the shop where people are going to buy when they completed the game. They will be given a token. Once they have gotten out the tier, the game will reward them with silent token, and this is the currency they will use for this shop over here. Then this shop contains all sorts of goodies that people can buy to utilize their strategy for their next game. Some of them can be useful, some of them are mostly just to get you going ahead of time in case if there is some problem in the game they require to take a lot of steps. So some of these are there to just to make it a little bit quicker for you to progress through the games. And then there's also some at the total of dying. Now this one is really powerful. If you happen to get a hold on this, if let's say you die to a Warden or Creaky or maybe 4 damage, yeah, the total undying is going to save your life, and yeah, it's basically cheat death for about 1 round. And yeah, that's going to be very powerful. But I haven't really gotten around to talk to you about the things that I've changed since the last episode. One of the things that you can notice now is the difficulties and the play system. In the last episode, I have it as an observer where you have to go through a series of storage modes to get the item that you require to increase the difficulties. Well, I decided to scratch that idea because for people that just started with the game, they have zero clue what the game is about. To throw them into a story mode would be like teaching toddler how to read ABC for the first time. And I don't want that. I want to give people the ability to understand the game like almost immediately when they first start out the game. So I don't want to throw them all of the really complicated system that I added and expect people to just figure it out. So I decided to just throw that idea away and just straight away now people can just go straight away, just change difficulty whenever you like. Makes it easy for you guys to understand, makes it easy for anybody to understand. For the play mode, initially I have this system here on this spot. But after some considerations, I realized there is a lot of complication if I was to put the redstone here. So I have to move it down there instead. But yeah, going behind the scene, you can see here the redstone is a lot more tidy up and a lot more clean. So for me at least, it would be very easy to track down if there's any redstone that does not go properly. I can check down here with all the clean redstone line. Because if I make a really messy redstone, I'm going to have a hard time if I were to go fix it. So thank God for this that I changed everything, because this looks so much better now. And yeah, basically what this does is if you were to set a normal difficulty, down here it will send the line all the way through here, where it will trigger this segment of the modules, right? If you go to easy, normal, medium, hard, the difficulties are setting this piston up and down. These are the ones that basically tell that, hey, the game is set on normal difficulty so that nothing else but the normal difficulty are going to trigger. But what are these then? These are the player mode. So the amount of players that you play, let's say if I go to solo mode, it will go down to this line here, where it will trigger 1, 2, 3, 4 of the line here. But the thing is, yes, the solo mode is going to trigger, right? So it's going to go with this green line, green line, green line, green line. All 4 of these green line will activate. But because the difficulty isn't set for any of these except for the normal one, only this line will activate, hence triggering the piston down below. These are all of the encoder. I believe that's what it's called. I'm gonna put the link down in the descriptions. So basically what it works is, it sends this line down, the piston will trigger it, and then it will tell the system, hey, I need one easy and then one normal prompt. And then they will send all the way down to here, where the minecart will pick up the prompt, put it down into the hopper, dispense it, and down into the tube. So it's a pretty straightforward redstone, I must say, but it does take a while for me to figure it out. But also, the game needs to also tell the system that, hey, there are currently 2 prompts that is being activated and needs to give it to the board itself, which means this system here is also going to get triggered. But for every item that you play, it will tell this system here to participate. So it will send the signal down all the way to what you recognize as the item sorter, but equipped with an add-on. So now this system is going to tell the item sorter that, hey, whether you should be participating or not. If you're not participating, then I'm not gonna activate any system whatsoever, because this is one of the way to prevent the item sorter from breaking. If at any cases where players submit an item and it could potentially be breaking the system, even if they're not meant to be participating. So this is the system that kind of this is a system that kind of designed to prevent that from happening. Still, it doesn't mean that it is 100% foolproof, because I did in fact realize that this hopper line, if anybody was to submit the item from the wrong tube, it would still potentially break the item sorter. But at least it's not going to be as worse as previously, where the prompt, even the prompt itself, is going to get sent into the wrong order of the hopper. So I would say it's kind of about 80% foolproof. The only remaining 20% is the player itself. So, and it's kind of expected, because at some point I know that people are going to make a mistake here and there, but as what I'm hoping is, once they play enough time, they're not going to make the same mistake again the longer they play the game. So I suppose that it's fine. But yeah, it does mean that at some point they probably have to go fix the item sorter by themselves as well. But I don't know, I will see. if it becomes a huge problem, then I probably will add another system that prevents player from doing that. But yeah, moving on from that, other than fixing the redstone, I also have added something down in the game itself, which potentially give people some options if they ever get stuck by getting trapped by the wardens, because sometimes warden can trap your escape route. So I have made let's say a shortcut that you can go for one location to the other side. So you can see for this one, you come from the barn area, and if you do happen to open this gate, it will send you all the way to the mine shaft, which is honestly a huge skip if you ask me, because you have to go through all of this path, which is a long way from the mine shaft to the barn itself. So this in itself is a shortcut, but if you do happen to do this, be aware that if you do take the shortcut, well, the reward is big, but the punishment is also big, because huge risk, huge rewards. You have to jump across all these drip leaves to get on the other side. But if you fail to do so, you fall, you take a bit amount of damage. This is not meant to instantly kill you, but it's just to take damage. You also have to remember that you don't get a lot of food in this game. You probably will be struggling a lot, so if you take too much damage, you're going to have a hard time to recover all those health back to the top. I also added the same thing over here in the forest, and this is coming from the forest shortcut all the way to the paradise. You may have noticed now that if you were to take the shortcut, the punishment was you have to swim through all of this, kind of like a water maze, to get to the other side. Without any armor, you will probably swim at a really slow pace, and you don't have a lot of bubble to survive. So if you don't get to the other side quick enough, well, you're probably going to make your demise. This one is more dangerous than the other one, this one. But if you do manage to get to the other side, well, congratulations, you managed to escape from the wardens. And if you do happen to get to the other side, I have made it in a way that you can't go back down the same way. This is just so that I don't want people to just simply be able to go back and forth using this tunnel where the warden couldn't reach. So I want to make sure that this is only a one-way route. This is so that the warden can still get you if you go out on that side instead of coming back and forth from this tunnel. Now, granted, I did set it in a way that if you open this door, it has a 5-minute cooldown where this door will stay open. Once the 5 minutes is up, this door will stay closed back again. Now you could get more nugget, but I have made it so expensive that you have to basically make a decision. But of course, I haven't really fully tested that out yet, so I can't really tell whether it's too expensive or too cheap. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, there is one more thing that I want to show you before we proceed to the next movement of this episode, and that is this. This is the glowstone, kind of like a mini game itself, because in the last video I completely forgotten about glowstone, and I did realize also that honey bottle especially give a power signal stronger than a full stack of 64, because honey bottle can only stack up to 16. So if you put it into an item sorter, just one of those honey bottle is already going to power the item sorter, which is why I think, sadly, I can't include any honey related stuff. But maybe honeycomb, I don't know, I have to think about it. But for now, any of the item related crafting recipe is not included into the game itself. But yeah, it is now replaced with glowstone. It's kind of like a really simple game, really. If you're playing by yourself, all of the iron chapter here will be open by default. But if you're playing with 2 players or more than that, the door will be closed. You may have to ask someone to help you out and open the trapdoor for you. So this is kind of like one of the cooperative gameplay that you have to do with your friends. So if you want to get more glowstone, all you need to do is you just open the barrel. There is a few glowstone down in there for you to get. But yeah, to travel through the other part of the layers, again, as long as the trapdoor is open, then you can get more glowstone here, and then there's one there. There is another one, I believe, over there, and the last one is right over there. And then this is where you exit the tunnel. So yeah, I believe that's about everything summed up that I've done for the past 2 weeks. I probably haven't shown everything yet, but I think that would be apparent when we're going to play this game later in this episode. Once we get the Warden in, of course. But you may have seen it in the title already or the thumbnail. We are going to do some exterior work of this Silent Escape building because I can't present the game to anyone if I just show up with this kind of ugly little building without any pathway whatsoever. I need to settle this down today in this episode, and I got some ideas. So you can already see that I've been using some tuff, and this is going to be the final design that I'm going to use for the asset of this build itself. And I'm probably going to be replacing all of the gypsum as well, and maybe some of the tuff, the copper aesthetic. And my idea is kind of like this. I'm going to use some tuff as kind of like the main accents, and then probably some blackstone as the secondary accents, and then copper as like the trim for the build itself. So that's kind of like the 3 main blocks that I'm going to be using for this build. And I already got some tuff, but I feel like I'm gonna need to gather a few more sugar boxes of tuff if I want to fill up this entire building. And then yeah, I need to get some resource gathering for all the blackstone and copper. So that's what I'll be doing, and I'll get back to you in just a moment. Alright, I got all the resources next to me right here. If we take a look at it, we got some blackstone, the tuff, and I got some spruce. So just in case you do need to add a little bit of tiny details using the spruce logs. And then I also got pale moss, just complement between the tuff and the blackstone. And apart from that, yeah, got some iron bars for the detailings, and then glass and coppers. So yeah, I think that's about all of the resources that I need. I'll probably forget something at some point when I build this statue, because I'm going this blind, guys. So but I do have some idea on what kind of builds I'm about to embark on this this build itself, because when it comes to build, you usually would come up with a story behind it, and in this case, the story that I'm kind of making for this build is this entire district is a Milligan district, and over the yonder here we got a village town, and eventually I'm going to renovate that entire town into a fun town. And what that means is, in the future, these fun town villagers are the guy that operates the Milligan districts. That's kind of the story as general, but yeah, they are the one that managing all the mini games around the areas, and then yeah, they also built themselves they also built haunted mansions, just to, you know, as part of a celebration with Halloween, which is one is I suppose I should say this first at the very beginning. So for the past 3 years that I've been doing EXODIA since the beginning, I always want to take and find the opportunity to do a Halloween kind of stuff in EXODIA. But every time October comes, I'm either too busy or something else takes priority in this episode than the Halloween itself, which is why I never had the chance to really celebrate Halloween, and in my country, we don't really celebrate Halloween as much as anyone do in the West. So that's also part of that reason as well. But I do want to celebrate some Halloween, which is why I am aiming. I have a goal. I want to get this done before the end of October. So by somewhere around mid-October, I'm gonna be able to invite some of my friends to try this out. And I think it'll be perfect to play this game during October and Halloween because it's a scary game. It's a scary game, and I think it's a perfect time for it. So I need to get this done as soon as possible, and then really just get it out and running. But yeah, like I said, this build is going to be a haunted mansions, but what the villager doesn't know, or the fountain clown doesn't know, is secretly all this time down below there is a cave that is kind of even more haunting, like more realistic haunting than the actual haunted mansion itself. And when the villager realized that, they quickly abandoned this area. Soon after, this area is poorly managed and all moss is growing and it's kind of getting a little bit roughed out in certain places. So in terms of horror factor, it kind of become even more scarier building than what the initial build from the villagers. So we're gonna try to achieve that kind of design when doing this build. So yeah, you know what? That's probably enough for me talking about this, and let's just probably go straight to time-lapse building this thing. Now, before you say anything about this build, I know, at the very beginning, I was doing pretty well at the front of the entrance, yeah, and granted, yes, it is still kind of flat at the moment, but eventually I am going to add some more detailing on the roof there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some spikiness to the rooftop, and then eventually all of this flat surface is going to be textures and kind of breaking down and make it more rough, like I said in the very beginning when I described the vibe of the mansions. And by the way, can I just say, can you repeat after me? This is not a castle. This is not a castle. I know it kind of looks like a castle, but it's not a castle. I don't know how I just managed to do this somehow, but it's a mansion, okay? It's a mansion. Maybe because I made out of bricks instead of wood, that it looks like a castle, but it's a mansion, okay? A mansion. Now, I'm not sure quite how much I've talked about this in the past, but basically, any of the hollow with the resin block surrounding it is going to be a plot where you, someday in the future, when you get this world, you can customize this plot yourself and you can play with your friends basically. So if you play with friends or with servers, you can customize this plot, make it look pretty. I have a feeling that people want to stay here for a period of time while playing the games they might enjoy quite a lot. So I figure having some plot might be useful in these cases. And I probably will eventually add some more decoration around the area just so it's not so big and vast and empty in any case. But yeah, you can see that I just kind of rush at the end over here, just trying to cover for the most part all four different directions, just to make it feel like it's properly covered up some of the redstone here. I still need to build this wall up a little bit more, but yeah. And I have a reason why I've been trying to rush itself, trying to finish it off. I'm hitting a deadline at the moment because I set myself the journey of doing the first ever playtest next week. And next week is somewhere around October 13 to 17. And that was kind of the day that I'm trying to aim for people to do some playtesting. I'm gonna invite some of my friends to do some playtesting, which is why I embark on this kind of like a set deadline. So if I can't finish the building, it's okay. It's not my top priority at the moment. The top priority is to actually make the game finalized. Then the building can come afterward, you know. I can take my time slow and steady and actually do more detail when I'm not being so on edge all the time trying to get this game released, because that's what I've been thinking of. Every single time when I try to open Minecraft, this is all I think about. Play Minecraft, do Silent Escape, build Silent Escape, get Silent Escape completed so I can invite my friends to play. That's all I've been thinking. I can't literally focus on doing any of the builds. You may have noticed that I haven't even touched EXODIA Castle for the past 3 or 4 weeks, by the way. So yeah, once I get this game all done and dusted, I can get this building finalized, then I'll focus on the EXODIA Castle. That's kind of my aim. Well, everybody, it is now time for me to get the Warden into the Silent Escape minigames. I'm here on a meadowy biome that down below me is in Ancient City, and straight on this coordinate there is a shrieker that I'm going to be spawning the Warden in a moment, but yeah, I also need to set a nether portal somewhere around this vicinity so that I can lure the Warden into the nether portal and move it all the way back to the Silent Escape minigame, which is about in the nether, I think 100 blocks away, which probably not far, but it's kind of tedious when you're trying to move a Warden since you can leash or bolt them. And you know, Warden is pretty scary to move them around as well, so I'm a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. I am going to do my best. Oop, okay. I am now down below here in the Ancient City. I could go as well around and look for a chest and see what kind of loot I'm gonna get, but that's not what I'm gonna do this episode. I'm surprised I didn't actually trigger the never mind, I did trigger now. I'm going to cover this up. Alright everybody, I set up a barricade so that I hope that the Warden will spawn in this area and not wander off outside of the border. I'm gonna break this wall and let's just see how it goes. Wake up! Wake up! I need you! Hello, mister. Nice to meet you, Warden. You're gonna be our new participant to the game that I'm about to embark on. Come over here. Now, here's the questions. The Warden just got angry at me and went into the portal. A question. Fill in this quiz that I'm about to give you. Will the Warden eat me when I enter the nether? Is it A, it will, or B, it won't, or C, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna survive anyway? Make a choice. Because I'm going to go in there and maybe, just maybe, just maybe, do I even have total of the dying somewhere? Yes, I do. Alright, well, I got my total of dying. Let's just see how it goes. Maybe I should one more. You know what? Oh my god, that was so scary. Is it chasing? Hoo-hoo! It's chasing. Hi Warden, how are you? Thank you for giving me some seconds of mercy before I get pummeled to my death here. Okay. It sounds like it has went into the portal, which is good. Now, if the Warden is still there, I need to be quick because Warden, if you don't name tag them, they have a 5-minute cooldown before 5-minute cooldown of inactivity, and then they will despawn, which all my effort will be wasted. So I need to quickly go down there and name the Warden. Hey. Where am I? Where am I? Oh my god. Oh, so dark. I can see. Okay, good to know the water is here. The water is really right there right now. But I need to wait for this guy to calm down. It has started to calm down. Let me just slowly land. Nope, I didn't. Okay, I did it. I have done some extra measure of doing a routine check, or let's just say double check, on every part of my redstone and make sure that everything works as intended before we finally go into the game right about now. Now, if I'm smart enough and my redstone is working as intended, hopefully we shouldn't face any redstone problem when we start the game. But we will see. Anything could happen. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna be playing by myself for this run. So we're not gonna be trying out any of the co-op missions. But what I am going to do is, instead of going easy, I'm gonna try to go with normal. Because I want to really test whether the item sorter is gonna work or not. So everything is in order. Once again, just like last episode, I am really nervous, especially now that every redstone is in its place, finalized, and Warden is in there now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do that any longer. Let's just start. I'm nervous. Okay. Hopefully, the item should come up anytime now. Anytime now. Okay, why is happening? Already straight away, it's already not working. Why it's not working? Apparently, while I was doing maintenance, I accidentally unpowered some of the redstone and forget to put it back where it was supposed to be. So some of the redstone just left, just never activated in the first place. But now, I don't even know how many times I said this now. Hopefully, it should work as intended. Wait! Otherwise, I'm gonna go insane again. Just like the thumbnail that I show you this episode, whether it's actually going to show or not. If it doesn't, I'm gonna show you now, right now, over this. This is basically the summary of what has happened throughout the past 2 weeks of me doing redstone, and probably it's going to be what happened to me now in the moment, you know. Yeah. Anyway, again, 4th time the charm. Let's start the game. We should be able to hear some soundtrack now this time as well. There you go. Now it's working. Okay. Power rail and bricks. Power rail and bricks. Okay, it's working. This is working, this is working, everything is working, sound is working very well. Hi Warden. I'm gonna temporarily just move away now. I think the Warden is stuck. I might need to get it out. The Warden should be moving around, but I don't know why it's just constantly getting stuck in that position. I need to go check later. Or maybe should I fix it now? I'm not sure whether I got the patience to do. So what is it? Here? I'm gonna break this block. Okay. It's out now. It's free. It's coming after me, 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 it's coming after me. It's coming after me, it's coming after me, it's coming after me, it's coming after me. What? Holy crap, that was scary. Now I can peacefully mine some trees. But yeah, what do you think about this soundtrack that you're listening right now? It really does make this game look a lot more scary, isn't it? I really like this vibe a lot. Yeah, everything you hear right now, I'm gonna intentionally not put any edits after I like do some editing, and so I'm not gonna put any like game sound, soundtrack, songs. You get what I mean? Post edits. Now, what also supposed to happen is after the soundtrack ends, it should start looping again, and it seems that it's not doing that again. Why are you not working? And this is the reason why I go insane. But it's fine, it's fine, it's just a soundtrack. Everything else is working as intended. Now is the Warden still at the crafting bench? Because I do need to use the crafting bench. Oh god, it does seem like it, isn't it? Oh, actually, I need to go check. I need to get some snowball and nugget. If I'm lucky, sometimes the dispenser or dropper will drop some nuggets. Well, there is snowball, but yeah, somewhere in this location it will drop some nugget as well. But you know what, snowball is fine. Maybe I'll try to see if I can try to lure the Warden away from the entrance, because it's kind of camping it. I feel like no, you can't on the other side, so should be fine. But you will come to our around. I can't do any crafting at the moment because that guy is just there. Vixen power rail. I think this might be too difficult because I didn't think the Warden darkness gets so dark. Probably have to like remove the pressure plate just to make it easier to move around, because otherwise this is later too much. I feel like I need to somehow lure this guy away. I'm gonna do that. I do need to go to the barn. Maybe I should go to the barn first. My god. I didn't think it would be so dark. Hey, jump! Oh. Okay. So far I haven't seen any nuggets around the area, but that's okay because it's 1 in a 9 chance of the nuggets drop from the droppers. Oops. I'm triggering some pressure plate right now. Okay, I should be safe here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some food because I'm definitely starving here. Here's a good tip for you guys. Don't throw away any of the resources that you gather. Like for example, seeds. If you get some assets, you can either do some composing and get some bone meals for it, or you can use this to contribute to the mine shaft and get some more resources like iron and coal. Because if you put any item, just any item in there, it will count towards it. Okay, power rail, I need to go. So I need to go down to the net. Stupid Enderman. Oh god. I didn't think the water would be this close. Okay, time to get some gold. Don't die in the lava now. That would be really embarrassing. I need 6 for the gold, the power rail. And I need some redstone and stick. Woohoo! Yeah. 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 What? How many is that? I think it's 5, right? I need 1 more. Whoa. Don't get lava. Get lava! Whew. I'm gonna get extra just in case if I didn't manage to get the last one. What? Okay. Now I need to make my way back. What? Get lava. Don't get the carriers. What? Okay, good. I am done in the nether. I can get up now. I think the bat is kind of doing my favor right now because the bat is kind of triggering all the sensors. Now, it can be both a good thing and a bad thing for you because if the bats are spawning and making all kinds of noise, good thing, it will distract the Warden. Bad thing, more of the sensor is gonna open up because that's how it's gonna be. The more you make noise, the more sensor it opens up, creating a kind of like a change of reactions. Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity. Oops. To do some crafting. I gotta be hasty. Because I think the Warden is coming. Okay. Now's better the chance. To make some bread as well, otherwise I'm gonna starve. The bread, that should be... Actually, there's one more in there. Damn, all good now. Yeah, let's go to the mine shaft first. So, as usual, I'm gonna need to get some coal because I need to do some smelting for the gold, so I need... And let's just get 3. That should be enough. Yeah. I also need to get bricks as well, so it means I need to get some clay. Of course, the cricket is here. Welcome! This is where I died last time, so I need to be careful this time. Oh, I managed to get 4. Lucky me. Wait, do I need iron? Power, well, it's gold and stick and redstone and bricks. I don't need iron. I don't need iron. I do need gold. I need to go collect gold right now. Okay, so there's nothing here. I'm gonna send the minecart down. The minecart will deliver the gold for me because I already clicked on all the node blocks, so it's kind of waiting there in the hoppers. So finger crossed. When I bring it back, the gold should be in here. 2? Wait. 2? I pressed that so many gold buttons. No! What? Okay. There's no way there's only 2 that is... of course the darkness is coming. I clicked so many buttons, there's no way I only get 2 of them. I need to go see what's happening because the button that I clicked should work 100% of the time. And yes, it does have a cooldown, but it's so weird that just happened. Okay, well, I need redstone anyway, so I'm gonna do this. This. Thank you for the extras. Right, well, guess I have to go to the nether again. But this is not enough to make the rail. I need 6, man. Oh, nuggies! Oh, nice. That's gonna help a lot. I don't know where the Warden is currently, but I do need to get some nuggets right now, and there is a way to get a lot of nuggets. Yeah, the Warden is over there. What am I gonna do here? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Paradise, use the snowball to lure the Warden away from the directions I'm going to go. Oh, hi, Warden. Okay, well, this is a safe zone, so I should be safe here as long as I get out of range from the Wardens. Well, I'm out of snowball, so I can't really do anything now. What am I supposed to do here? I could... You know what? I'm gonna change my strategy and just run past the Warden. Hopefully... Because I got now 11 nugget, so I could technically try to take one of the shortcuts that I made for this. Are you coming, Warden? I need you to come over here. I think the Warden should be the place where it was meant to be. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a risky thing that I'm afraid to do, but nevertheless I have to do it. Here goes nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is not helping at all. Oh, the Warden is making this worse. No. Oh no, actually the Warden is making this so much worse. Oh no. And this is why game balance is necessary. Alright, I'm gonna try to see what I can do to maybe make this much easier for gameplay wise, because with the way I'm going right now, A, I didn't take way too long standing around and doing not too much of anything, and B, yeah, apparently Warden Darkness is so much worse than I thought. I thought it would be about like 80% darkness, but not completely cover your screen with full black. That was insane, man. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see what I can do about this. After some considerations, I have decided that Warden Darkness effect needs to be removed just to make this game work, cause if only if the darkness effect is slightly less lethal than putting you into full black screen, then it's still acceptable, but that the fact still stands, the darkness completely covers your entire screen where you can't even see anything. I feel that it's better that we remove the darkness effect, which I have installed a mod made for this specific purpose. But yeah, aside from that, I did also add a few bits here and there. Mainly, the previous place where I died a moment ago, I added a wall of wool on this line here, where it will obstruct any vibrations from when you're swimming to the other side, because the water at that moment was right over there while I was swimming, which is why it was able to get to me, and it was within 20 blocks. So now, in theory, the water can still track me, don't get me wrong, but it won't able to hear me. It can still smell me, which is less likely that I will get targeted for the most part. So it should be fine. And also, since I'm removing the water darkness, means traversing through the water should be much more easier now. And in any case, I mean traversing through the entire area should be much easier now, in theory. Having that said though, I think I'm gonna do this last test. And what I'm gonna do, since you know this is like my first time really trying this game out and doing some playtesting, I think I'm just gonna go easy on myself and then just try to do just one prompt and see whether I can actually succeed, at least try to succeed just once in this episode, and see whether it's possible for me to actually beat this game. Because if I still lose in easy mode, then I really do have to do something about it. But yeah, we'll see about that. Let's go. Okay, so cartography table, yeah. Cartography table should be easy. It just needs paper and sugar cane, so I need to go to paradise. Wait, paper and wood. What did I say, sugar cane? I don't know why, my brain is mush. I'm going insane. Now, I'm pretty sure from this distance, I'm really close to the water now, so yeah, I should be able to get the darkness effect, but since I have the mod, which means I'm not getting any from it, and it's much easier to avoid this pressure plate now. not a bad spot for me to throw the snowball right away. Ooh, I got some apple. That's nice. That's gonna be a really good early food source. Alright, you just heard it. The music just repeated means it's working now because I managed to fix it a moment ago. Can I try to lure that guy away, far away from where I am right now? Okay, now's my chance. Now's my chance to be the hero. Whee! Hi! How you doing? Thank you! I got the cartography table, alright. Should be fine now. We're just gonna take it slow, don't anger the warden. Come on. Yeah, dude, this is so much easier to play, by the way. Okay. Submit cartography table, and in theory, it should make a noise. Maybe I didn't put the range big enough. I'm just gonna assume that it will. Hold on. You know what? Let's just be safe and check. Okay, it went down. All the redstone are off. So yeah, in theory it should work. Yeah, I think there was supposed to be something happening, but I think... I don't know, I had to check again, but... I'm just gonna try to take this as a win for now. Oh, hi. Excuse me, Warden. Excuse me, Warden. Everything's fine. You don't need to be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Thank you, Warden. I shall be on my way now. Woohoo! Okay, that was much higher than I thought. Okay. That was exactly as I hope it goes. I got my pumpkin. But I'm not sure I'm supposed to get 4. I'm supposed to only get 1 if I'm not mistaken, so I need to check on the redstone because that's wrong. In that case, I managed to succeed, at least win once. Granted, it's on easy mode, so yeah, obviously I managed to do it, but yeah. Another thing that I did suppose I need to fix is when I get out, it should automatically reset the game through this line, but it seems like it's not doing that. So yeah, in terms of the games, everything seems to be okay. A few bug fixes that I need to fix, and I'll just fix the bug during off camera, because right now the most important thing is the game is working, and as I kind of expected, again, unfortunately, that I have to get rid of the Warden darkness, but it seems that I have to put that into the rule now, and kind of like a requirement that you have to install some mod to get rid of the darkness effect. But yeah, that's about it, I suppose. As for this building, I'll try to continue working on it during live stream or off camera, and maybe I'll try to add some more time-lapse in the video as well at some point. But yeah, I'm aiming in the next episode we'll get some people in my role and do some co-op playtesting. You know, we also need to do some testing on the teamwork mechanic and some of the redstone that I made specifically for co-op. So yeah, thank you so much for you guys watching. This is kind of I would say this is kind of a massive episode for me because it is all over the places. We did some build, we did some redstone, we learned some we learned some wardens, and then we also played some games, and a lot of weird bug stuff happened in between the game as well. So it is a very messy episode, but I hope you guys like it regardless, and hopefully you guys are excited for what's about to come in the next episode. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, enjoy your time, enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of EXODIA. See ya! Bye bye!